In an era when the Eastern Roman Empire's power grew weak, thousands of Goths started fleeing to the Roman territories, alarming a new threat that emerged from Central Asia. A group of nomadic people conquered the Goths and other Germanic people living outside Roman borders, causing them to flee, seeking refuge in the Roman lands. This group now have nothing standing between them and the Romans. They started making frequent and devastating raids into the Eastern Roman Empire territories, spreading fear and terror in the Roman lands, forcing the Romans to pay them tribute to buy their peace. Welcome to a new video, and today we will talk briefly about the Huns. The Huns were a nomadic people who lived in Central Asia, the Caucasus, and Eastern Europe between the 4th and 6th century AD. The origins of the Huns and their links to other steppe people remain uncertain. Scholars generally agree that they originated in Central Asia, but disagree on the specifics of their origins. Classical sources assert that they appeared in Europe suddenly around 370 AD. Most typically, Roman writers' attempts to elucidate the origins of the Huns simply equated them with earlier steppe peoples. Conquering the Goths and other Germanic tribes, leading many to flee to seek refuge in the Roman Empire's lands, the Huns widened their domain of rule, and then began to attack the Roman lands. In 395 AD, the Huns began their first large-scale attack on the Eastern Roman Empire. Not only that, but at the same time, the Huns invaded the Sasanian Empire. This invasion was initially successful, coming close to the capital of the empire at Ctesiphon. However, they were defeated badly during the Persian counterattack. Attila became the king of the Huns, starting a different era for the Huns with his big ambitions. Attila was known to be one of the most feared enemies of the Western and Eastern Roman empires. He was known to be a formidable and ruthless leader who led his people to many victories. Under Attila's rule, the Huns forced the Eastern Roman Empire to sign the Treaty of Margus, giving the Huns trade rights and an annual tribute from the Romans. But soon after, the Romans breached the treaty, and war broke out again. Continuing his expansion to the west, Attila started attacking the Western Roman Empire, achieving numerous victories against them. The Western Roman Empire was greatly weakened by the Hunnic attacks and by the migrations resulted from the Hunnic invasions in the east. The Romans realized the imminent danger of their empire's fall, leading them to unite their forces with the forces of the Visigothic kingdom in facing the Huns in the decisive battle of the Catalonian plains. After a fierce fighting, the battle ended with the defeat of Attila and his army. Though this was his first and only defeat, the legend of Attila being invincible was shattered. Not long after, during the night following his marriage, Attila died in his sleep. Those who buried him and his treasures were subsequently put to death by the Huns so that his grave might never be discovered. After Attila's death, his sons divided the Hunnic lands, sparking internal conflicts and power struggles. These disputes, along with the assertiveness of vassalized Germanic tribes seeking independence, weakened the empire. The absence of Attila's unifying leadership allowed external pressures to exploit these vulnerabilities. The loss of support from vassal tribes eroded the empire's control. As a result, the Hunnic Empire faced a decline accelerated by territorial losses and shifting power dynamics. Ultimately, the once mighty empire succumbed to its internal divisions and external pressures, fading into history.